EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Gall. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set, 3-19, 3-19. Detroit, Detroit. 22's coming, 22's coming, Mike.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They run with Logan. Fights off the defender, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 7, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw on 2nd down is gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deo Buchanan. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Check. Motion.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Goff. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
Let's talk about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
This is Logan. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. 14's the mic. 14's gun, gun. Gun, gun. Come this way. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They run with Cunningham. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Goff now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They go with Cunningham. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
DC. Hey, 5. Hot. 2 up. 17.
Out of the gun. Gone. Past the 20. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Cunningham. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, Bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things.
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. Make him make someone miss in the open field.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Gone! Over!
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They get it to him running left. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And the Rams getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check, check. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! 4 down. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. 25. Check 25. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here's Goff. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the 50, it's Goff. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play on third down for the Cardinals. 47 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Here's Rosen to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Super one! Super one!
Goff on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum.
12.
Now it's gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw is Goff. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot! Hot!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 more there and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. They run again with Logan. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, he should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Again, Cunningham here on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.